4,000 years before the Western Zhou dynasty, people were already numerically literate. During the Western Zhou dynasty, people developed agriculture, handcrafts, technology, economic ideas, society, commerce, and philosophy. In accounting, there were only two entries, revenues and expenditures. Each revenue was reserved for a specific type of expenditure. First, four types of financial reports were required by the king to determine who was to be punished and who was to be rewarded. Richeng 10-day report, Yu Yao monthly report, Shui Ku annual report, and the Yi triennial report. The Han Dynasty further developed the Zhou system into the Shanghai system, which was reporting and checking system. China went through a period of unification. Central feudal system divided into three official and nine ministers. Dizhu, Nei Shi, and Xiaofu were the ministers in charge of governmental and royal finances. The Qin dynasty, it was the first time that royal expenditures and governmental expenditures were separated into accounting books. The Han dynasty improved the financial system of the Qin dynasty. They created taxes so the government could increase its revenue, thus creating high taxes. Four kinds of taxes were made. They had land, artisan, captation, and miscellaneous taxes. Sometimes accountants used bamboo scrolls called bushus to make their accounting entries. By the end of the Han Dynasty, the paper was created, which facilitated the accounting recordings for personal use and for the government. The abacus also facilitated calculations and preparations for monthly and annual financial reports that had to be presented to the emperor.
The Tang dynasty divided its financial and treasury system into three super ministries and six smaller ministries. The Shanshu Shen, which was the administrative super ministry, the Sung Xia Chen, which was the decision making super ministry, and the Men Chia Chen, which was the censorate super ministry. These ministries handled all of the emperor's national affairs. The censorate ministry would discuss the affairs and offer solutions. The decision making ministry would ratify them, and the administrative would enforce the decisions made. These ministries can be related to modern accounting department, purchasing department, and inventory and control and cashier department. The Song dynasty reformed the Tang dynasty system because it gave too much power to local government over finances. Emperor Gao Su took power away from local governments and gave it to the central government. From three super ministries to two super ministries and three department systems instead of six ministries. The super ministries were renamed Song Su Shang and Shu Mi Yuan, which was the decision making and the military ministries. These reforms enhanced the role of the accounting system in society. The Tang dynasty enhanced its major routes of trade with Central Asia, Japan, Korea, and the Mediterranean. Because of trade routes, the economy flourished and accounting evolved significantly. Commercial law became more formalized and now included punishment and penalties. The Song dynasty encouraged trade by preventing the increase of taxes. With the emergence of paper currency, trade was simplified and financial and accounting systems progressed. Recording of revenues and expenses were easier because of paper currency. The four-column method system also appeared. This accounting system created by the Tang dynasty was adopted by the Song dynasty, considered the most elaborate accounting system in Chinese history. Before, accounting reports were very literal and extensive. This method made it more numerical and short because entries were listed in forms of currency. The double entry method was also settled, and revenues and expenses were standardized. This helped make accounting simple at the personal level, and people could get better records of their revenues and expenses and manage their finances. After the creation and adoption of the four-column system, the Ming dynasty enhanced its government system to fit the new accounting system. It divided the state into six departments who were controlled by the emperor, and each department divided into 13 smaller departments, one for each province. The Hubu department controlled the financial and accounting issues exclusively. It controlled and reported taxation and other financial reports for each province, making the financial system of the country much more easier.